Step 1, find the love of your life. Maybe you're on the younger side, but you know better and you know well enough that if you just work, you'll have someone by your side when you die. Until that fated night, where the insurmountable truths come out to play under the kitchen light, and you'll stay a few more years, but ultimately you will know when it's time. That's when step 2 comes to play. Pack your bags and run away, and they will say that you took the easy way out, but they didn't know what you were up against. Chase that last dream you have left because you're convinced that it's all the time you have left anyways. And the world may have survived a pandemic, but your pandemic is in your brain, but it's okay because step 2 is where you met that fated soul who talked you through some of your worst moments. So take that one bag that you packed and go meet them, until during step 2, that fated night is reversed and played back in your mind because they showed you that you're only attracted to the ones who will press play and repeat that night for you. But step 3 comes up and you're on your own now, pup. Run wildly and live life to the fullness. By that, I mean remember to make sure that they wear a condom. And if you look back and they seem to urgently promise that they weren't trying to take it off, they probably were, so get the fuck out of there. Step 4, not necessarily on your own, but you are, and the people you chase remind you why you hated gym class and games. You're not much of a runner, not much of a chaser. The only game you played was badminton, and even then you were never aggressive enough to go in for the win. So you play that game at your own pace, and they still want someone else to come to their place. And maybe it's your body, but they'll pretend that you're somebody you've never met because they don't know how to climb out of their hole of regret. So we'll be thankful that you have your own space to sprint back to. Step 5. This one is the most important of all. Never be too worried to speak your own mind, because in the end, if they're going to ghost, they already drew up that line, and they're counting the steps in their head to get to where they need to be to feel justified for treating another that way. So say what you want to say so you can get out of there sooner, and during this step, you'll find that over time it's harder to misstep because they will already know what to expect. Until you reach step 6, and you find that finding yourself was all you wanted, and you search for the pieces in a different person, treated them like puzzle piece makers that didn't know what to do, not realizing that you were actually a statue, and the missing piece needs stone, not a cardboard cutout, and being alone scared you until you learned that you could always rely on you. You know that line that you've drawn up in your mind, and maybe you're too kind and you let people cross it all the time, but you've got your own back. And even if the stone is cracked, it's old and maybe missing a limb or two, you've got your steps to help you get through. 1 through 6, leading up to your mausoleum. And maybe one day someone will find the body that lays there, but for now, the statue will guard the door, and the monument will stand because you will be standing for yourself.